Cougars are in search of their third straight win as they get back home to take on one of the region's top teams. Lady Cougars defeated McLean County on Friday, and less than 24 hours later it was Hopkins County Central, but this is a new test as Owensboro makes the trip to the Cougar Den for a big region matchup. And a good evening here and welcome to Grayson County High School for tonight's coverage of Cougar basketball on K105. Sam Gormley and Stephen Smith is back here today. And look, I have both of my hands. I don't have to work multiple jobs. Stephen, it's good to see you, and it's good to be back here for some Grayson County basketball. See if the Lady Cougars can win their third straight.
Yeah, Sam, it's always good when you get on any kind of win streak, get two in a row, makes you start building some confidence. You start feeling about better things. I think the thing in both the games, I know you didn't get to see on Saturday, came out of the gate shooting the ball really well again on Saturday. Hopefully we can get a quick start tonight and get three in a row.
Nothing against McLean County or Hopkins County Central, but this is a different level of test against Owensboro. Coming up on our Locker Room Show, we'll introduce you to both teams, talk to the head coach himself, Coach Mack. Comes up and more right here on K105.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran and disability employer.
Are you ready to help your family get prepared for the unexpected?
Here we go!
Ladybug and Cat Noir know how important it is to be ready, because you never know when Hawkmoth is going to strike or a disaster will hit. And you don't need miraculous powers. Just put those planning skills you already have to good use. Make a plan that will help you and your family be ready when emergencies happen. Ready Kids can help. Get started at ready.gov/kids.
When I found out my son was addicted to opiates, I didn't know where to turn. Now I know there's help, and you can call, whether you're a family member, a sibling, or the person with the addiction. And the number is 1-833-8-KY-HELP. Call for the resources. They're going to help you with compassion and care and the knowledge of what's available to get you the help you need.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Grayson County High School, where the Grayson County Lady Cougars are about to take on the Lady Devils of Owensboro. Owensboro enters with a record of 4-3, 2-0 in the 10th district. They are the third-ranked team in the most recent edition of the third region media poll that was released earlier today, and they're really good. There's no other way to put it than that. And it starts with Lyrica Hughes, who, Stephen, I think has been there since Bill Clinton was president. It feels like for teams, and I'm sure being a Grayson County team saying this, I only can imagine how teams in the 9th district feel who play her twice, even 3 times a single season. And I think for an opposing fan to say that, it's a really good compliment for somebody that, you look, she's averaging 15.2 points and 5.5 rebounds a game. And Stephen, for me, the thing that has stood out over the last 4 years is defensively, she is maybe the best defender in the region because of how quick a player is.
Just looking down the roster, I had looked a little bit before, but didn't realize got 5-6 seniors. To see a team with 6 seniors, obviously coming in ranked really high in the region. I remember playing them last year, and I think best I remember they thumped us pretty good down there.
66-30 was the score.
Okay, so yeah, got just watching them warm up here, got good size, and looks to be a pretty good team.
Shaylin Sprinkles is a transfer from Henderson County. She's averaging 11 points a game this season. Unique Carter Swanigan, the guard outside, 7.8 points and 2 rebounds per game. And then Abby Sapp, who is the Apollo transfer, she averages 4.7 points per game. Helena John is the kind of a stretch forward, 8.5 points, 5.5 rebounds per game. Another transfer from Apollo. Grayson County, back-to-back wins, looking to make it 3 straight. We'll take a break, introduce you to them after this. This is Lady Cougar Basketball on K105.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinson's Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day, a movement toward life-saving resources, movement toward advancing research and care, movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's. Move with us at movingdaywalk.org.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
No matter what you're up against, we have your back.
We are United Way.
We are neighbors helping neighbors.
In communities around the world, when disaster strikes, we get you back on your feet.
We help children build brighter futures.
We've been here for over 135 years.
But now, our work is more important than ever.
Join us.
Join your neighbors.
Join United Way.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, "I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim." Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Lady Cougars and the Lady Devils are ready to roll here today. Grayson County Lady Cougars also 4-3. You got a matchup between two 4-3 teams. Lady Cougars have won 2 straight, 59-24 against McLean that you saw here with us on Friday. Then they went on the road there to the south side of Madisonville, picked up a win against Hopkins County Central, 61-54. I mean, Stephen, you're looking at now that they've gone in their last 3 games, 53, 59, 61 points for one. You're trending in the right direction, but in a 3-game stretch, it's their most points scored in about 3 years.
Yeah,
the offense has been there.
I know we talked about that quite a bit on Friday evening. Them coming out, getting points on the board quick, I think was the key to kind of deflating the other team pretty quickly, and then the same thing kind of happened on Saturday.
For me, the X factor that has really stepped up, something that we've really been looking for, has been Sutton Van Meter.
Right.
Last 2 games, 30 points, including 19, one off of her career high, and that win against Hopkins County Central on Saturday afternoon. And then Sydney Perkins continues doing what Sydney Perkins does. I know she's ranked in the top 15 in the state in 3-pointers made per game at about 3.4. She had 6 against Hopkins County Central. And Stephen, you know this, when you get multiple players that can hit the shot from the outside, it becomes extremely dangerous.
Yeah, the defense is not able to just key on one person. The ball movement looks to be getting better. So when you start swinging it around the edge like that, you're going to get an open shot. And the thing, too, with Sutton is she's been able to stay out of foul trouble these last 2 games. I know she was plagued with that a little bit early on. That seemed to kind of got in her head and frustrated her a little bit. But controlling her defense, keeping her hands active but not reaching in, shots are starting to fall, and hopefully she's having to come out.
Bree Jones also is the point guard. I think is doing a very good job at understanding her role, which is so important, especially for an 8th grader. Is they're not going to look at her and say, "Bree, we need 30 from you tonight."
Yeah.
But instead, they're going to say, we need you to dish out 6 assists and have only 2 turnovers. And I think you're seeing more and more of that. And part of that is that, as I like to describe, she's a sophomore. This is her 2nd year, and she's really an 8th grader. She's young. She's getting more and more experience, and experience can only really be taught in games.
The thing I'm noticing about Bree is she's making better decisions on when to penetrate, when to keep it out, when to swing it. And that's going to be a great tool for her as she does continue to gain more and more experience, is that decision-making at the point guard. They got to be a coach out on the floor, just an extension of the bench out there, and it looks like she's beginning to develop into that role. Mike
McClintock, he's the head coach of the Lady Cougars. We'll take a break, talk to him, get his thoughts on the matchup after this, as this is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Gabbard, internal medicine physician with Owensboro Health. I'd like to talk with women 40 and over about having annual mammograms, even if there is no history of breast cancer in your family. Early detection provides women a strong advantage in fighting breast cancer. Ask your primary care provider for a referral and schedule your screening online at owensborohealth.org/mammogram.
The governor has declared a state of emergency, and evacuation is now underway as the storm approaches. The National Weather Service has issued a warning as it monitors the storm. Those in the following counties, therefore, should seek.
Convoy of Hope is ready to help you prepare for the next storm. Visit convoy.org/prepare.
The doctor said I had a 29% chance to find a blood stem cell donor. But I knew you were out there. And when we matched, it was the best day ever. Dear donor, your blood stem cells saved me from leukemia. Thank you forever and ever and ever.
Experience the true joy of saving a life at BeTheMatch.org.
We had an MRI, and then all of a sudden this doctor comes in and he says to us, we have the potential here for a catastrophic event.
And he looked scared.
He looked terrified. And he's like, we got to operate now. It just all changed. Life changed.
Bryce is one of the 47 children per day who are diagnosed with cancer. Today's treatments aren't enough. To watch the rest of Bryce's story, visit childrenscancer.org/story.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Gormley now joined by Coach Mack from the Grayson County Lady Cougars. Coach, you had the chance to go back and watch the film from the game on Monday. How much of that, going back, was tip your cap to Bradley being a darn good player, and how much of that was defense allowing her to become an even better player?
Well, defensive-wise, we just put her at the line too many times, but she's the real deal, tough to stop. I thought times we had her stopped and she got through a trap or whatever, and then finish strong. She's stronger than what she looks also.
You mentioned after the game, and it was one of the things that
Are you ready to help your family get prepared for the unexpected? Here we go! Ladybug and Cat Noir know how important it is to be ready, because you never know when Hawkmoth is going to strike or a disaster will hit. And you don't need miraculous powers. Just put those planning skills you already have to good use. Make a plan that will help you and your family be ready when emergencies happen. Ready Kids can help. Get started at ready.gov/kids.
When I found out my son was addicted to opiates, I didn't know where to turn. Now I know there's help, and you can call, whether you're a family member, a sibling, or the person with the addiction. And the number is 1-833-8-KY-HELP. Call for the resources. They're going to help you with compassion and care and the knowledge of what's available to get you the help you need.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts. through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinson's Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day. A movement toward life-saving resources. Movement toward advancing research and care. Movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's. Move with us at movingdaywalk.org.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
No matter what you're up against, we have your back.
We are United Way.
We are neighbors helping neighbors.
In communities around the world, when disaster strikes, we get you back on your feet.
We help children build brighter futures.
We've been here for over 135 years.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where Grayson County and Owensboro are about ready to roll. Sorry about that. We had some technical issues with our interview with Coach Mack. And so I guess I can just give you the long story short of what Coach Mack had said, and it was pretty much he's been very pleased with the offensive performance. And when you look at Owensboro, the one word he used to describe them is quick. They are very, very fast. And Grayson County's going to have to find a way to cut down on turnovers today against a team that can really force them, especially defensively. And to me, Steven, that starts with your guards of Van Meter and Jones. If they play well, Grayson County's got a shot. If they don't, this game could get ugly.
Yeah, and we have been doing a little bit better than that. Earlier on in the first of the season, it looked like we were attacking the zone side to side. But over the progression of the season, as it's gone, we started attacking it more, getting somebody in the middle, moving it down the court, and hopefully they will be able to continue that tonight.
Starting lineup for Grayson County will be Bree Jones, the 8th grade guard, number 5, 9.3 points, 2.7 rebounds per game. Sydney Perkins, the senior guard, at 16.7 points and 4.6 rebounds per game. Isabel Blanton, the junior guard, number 33, 5.3 points and 4.3 rebounds per game. Sutton Van Meter, the junior guard, at 6.7 points and 2 rebounds per game. And Allie Jennings in the post, 2.4 points and 3.1 rebounds per game. That's the lineup for Grayson County. We'll give you Owensboro's after this. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
The doctor said I had a 29% chance to find a blood stem cell donor. But I knew you were out there. And when we matched, it was the best day ever. Dear donor, your blood stem cells saved me from leukemia. Thank you forever and ever and ever.
Experience the true joy of saving a life at BeTheMatch.org.
We had an MRI, and then all of a sudden this doctor comes in and he says to us, we have the potential here for a catastrophic event.
And he looked scared.
He looked terrified. And he's like, we got to operate now. It just all changed. Life changed.
Bryce is one of the 47 children per day who are diagnosed with cancer. Today's treatments aren't enough. To watch the rest of Bryce's story, visit childrenscancer.org/story.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran and disability employer.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
Grayson County and Owensboro about ready to roll. Your starting lineup for Owensboro is Unique Carter Swanigan, Helena John, Alerica Hughes, Abby Sapp, and Trinity Hogg. For Grayson, Jones, Perkins, Van Meter, Blanton, and Jennings. The play-by-play of Grayson and Owensboro is next on K105.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
Grayson County and Owensboro about ready to get underway here today. Sam Gormley and Stephen Smith with you. Stephen, expectations, I think, for today's game, I think for Grayson County, it's cut down on the turnovers and make the shots when you have them.
It's really a simple game. If you think about it, you do the fundamental things, do those things right, your chances to win go up exponentially.
Your starting lineups again, Carter Swanigan, John, Hughes, Sapp, Hogg. For Owensboro, Jennings, Van Meter, Jones, Blanton, and Perkins. For Grayson County, the opening tip is up and controlled by the Lady Devils of Owensboro, who enter with a record of 4-3 last year, 21-11, lost in the third region championship games to Owensboro Catholic. It's the first time they'd won 20 games in a season since 2007. Pull-up jumper from the far side rolls in for Alerica Hughes, their leading scorer, and get used to that name. That's going to be a name we're going to call quite often. Grayson County also has a record of 4-3. They've won 2 straight games against McLean County on Friday and then Hopkins County Central on Saturday, looking for their 3rd straight. Left wing Van Meter, who's got 30 points in her last 2. She drives in, blocked from behind by Sapp. Owensboro is out and running with Carter Swanigan leading the run. At the free throw line, she pulls up. It's way off to the right. Rebound Van Meter. She just able to stay in bounds. Loops it off to Blanton, who's going to give it back now to Sutton Van Meter. Off to the near side to Bree Jones. The 8th grader drives the baseline, bumped, kicks it off to the far corner. Perkins 3, rattles out. Rebounded on the inside by Hogg for Owensboro. Here comes Hughes. She's out and running down the right side. Little Euro step off the glass basket. Good. Hughes has 4 early points.
A couple times there's taking the ball straight to the goal. Did a pull-up over on the other side. Pretty impressive getting started here.
Right side, Jones, as it's 4-0 Owensboro, about 90 seconds into this game. Jones loses the ball. Carter Swanigan comes away with a steal, and they loop it off to John. John right up the middle, goes to the ball, picked up by Jones at the top of the key, backs it off to the corner, top of the key, Carter Swanigan back now to John. It's an air ball on the three, right into the hands of Isabel Blanton for Grayson County. She was looking for somebody to pass and then realized she had plenty of room to dribble, so takes it up herself across that far side. Gives it off to Bree Jones. Lady Cougars working from right to left on the radio dial. Home white jerseys. The ball is out of bounds as Jones tried to pass it off to Van Meter, but it wasn't a good pass, and Sapp kind of shut off the passing lane to almost the point where it looked like she deflected it, but the official was right there and said she didn't, and Sutton Van Meter had no complaint either, so it makes me think that it really was a touch.
Well, you mentioned the point of the game's taking care of the ball and early on throwing it away a couple times, so we're going to have to do a little better than that.
Sapp in the far corner for Owensboro. This team, again, 20 wins for the first time since 2007. They made the region championship game for the first time since that year as well. Three far side, good by Sapp. It rattles in a three. And Owensboro is on top 7-0 with 5:40 left in the first quarter of play. We talked about it in the open. The last two games, it's been good starts. This has not been a good start for Grayson County. Driving in, the floater from 7 feet on the far side is missed by Perkins. Rebounded by John for Owensboro. Into the middle to Hughes. Hughes loses the dribble. Jones diving after and then is fouled at the half-court line by Owensboro. And honestly, been one of those that Grayson County didn't want the foul because Jones was going to have a wide-open shot at a layup.
Well, if you're going to give it away, one way to overcome those mistakes is take it back away from them.
Jones is fouled by John. For John, that is her first and the team's first. Your officials for today's game, Joe Jeffries, Jim O'Brien, and Quentin Horton blowing the whistles and the stripes here today. 5:15 left in the first quarter, and a foul called on Sapp at the top of the key. Her first, team's second.
Yeah, as a coach, you don't want to see, you like the ball pressure, but you don't want to see a foul that far out away from the basket.
Both fouls have come nowhere near the basket, really not even making a play on the ball necessarily either time. Give it to Jennings, handoff pass to Jones, drives down off the glass, left side, good take by Bree Jones. Goes downhill and lays it in on the left side. Hughes out and running, she'll quickly go to answer, runs right over the defender, offensive foul, called on Alerica Hughes. Her first, team's third. Blankton does a good job taking it.
I think Isabel maybe took at least 2 on Saturday.
And against a player like Hughes, that would be huge to get her in foul trouble early on in this game. Jones at the half-court line, bumped by Carter Swanigan. Now is it poked away by Carter Swanigan, and a foul from behind is going to be called on her. That is her fourth and the team's fourth. And in a period of about 30 seconds, Owensboro picks up 4 straight fouls. 4:58 left in the first quarter, 7-2 Lady Devils on top.
The roster has Carter Swanigan at 5'3". That might be a little generous.
She's not very tall.
Extremely quick.
And that's kind of the thing to look at this Owensboro team. Hughes and Carter Swanigan are lightning fast. Inside passes knocked away by Carter Swanigan. Very quick hands. She's got it in the far corner. Drives in on Jennings. That was a mismatch. Hughes kicks it off to John from 18 feet on the far side. Can't get it in. Rebounded by Sapp. Chased backwards by Blanton. And now a foul's going to be called on Blanton, and that will probably be a good call. And Sapp is a little slow to get up after the play. And Blanton will pick up her first and the team's first.
I think she in the JV game maybe got a little bit roughed up, so she might be a little sore or something right now.
A couple of subs in for Owensboro. Keely Harris, 1.8 points and 3.5 rebounds. And Taviana Greer, 1.6 points, 1.2 rebounds per game. Greer, one of the smallest players on the floor at 4'8". She was 4'5" on the roster last year. Shot in the lane, missed by John. She had her own rebound. Greer comes down with it, the smallest player on the floor. Gives it off to a floater in the lane. Good by Shaylin Sprinkles. Sprinkles also entered the game to get her first points of the game as Owensboro's second leading scorer. Jones kicks it into the corner to Perkins. 9-2 Lady Devils on top to the free throw line. Blanton down the right side, flips it up, off the glass. Nice basket by Isabel Blanton.
Good interior pass right there by Perkins.
9-4 Grayson County trails Owensboro halfway through our opening quarter of play. Hughes in the corner, really talented player, only one college offer. And I'll tell you this, if she only has one college offer at the end of this season, then I need to go ask college coaches what they're watching. She's a great player. Franklin College, D3 school, has the offer. Air ball on the 3 by Sprinkles. Rebound saved in bounds by Perkins. That was another thing we talked about in the interview that you didn't get to hear with Coach Mack. was Sydney's rebounding. She had 9 rebounds in the game as Van Meter has her pocket picked by Sprinkles. This will be a run out. Sprinkles left side layup, good.
Basket by Sprinkles.
11-4, Owensboro on top of Grayson. 3:20 to play in the first quarter. Now a steal by Johns, taken away from Blanton. Fouled by Jones on the drive, and that'll be Jones's first. And John will go to the strike.
Notice John, pretty good size at 5'8.5". That may not be hardly tall enough. Handled the ball really well right now and is actually applying some of the pressure out on the floor.
John is a 66.7% shooter on the season and puts the first one in, making it 12-4. That's one of the things here too. If you're Grayson, you need to get back to just knocking down the open shot. Has missed the second free throw. You said it's a simple game yet difficult because you don't want to allow what's happening right now, Owensboro, to set up this pressure. Van Meter trapped in the backcourt, throws it away right into the hands of John. John down to the right baseline. Not a great pass to Hughes. Hughes recovers, gives it off to John on the left side. The basket's good. Timeout taken on the floor by Mike McClintock. 3:03 left in the first quarter. 14-4, Owensboro on top. It's Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran and disability employer.
Mike McClintock takes the timeout as Grayson County trails 14-4 with 3:03 left in the first quarter of play. The fears of what we were talking about, Stephen, in the open has come true, is the defensive pressure is causing turnovers early and allowing easy points for Owensboro.
Yeah, they're really quick. They move, slide their feet, really doing a good job in the backcourt of applying that pressure.
Quick is really the word to describe it. Now here comes another steal, and then Hughes is fouled from behind by Blanton. Probably good foul because that was going to be the easiest layup of the season for Blanton. That is her second and the team's third, and they are going to remain it on the floor. And a sub going to come in. It'll be Ella Narvaez. 2.9 points, 4.4 rebounds a game for the junior. Give it off. 3, top of the key by Sprinkles. It's a duck off the back of the iron. Rebound Hughes. She's stripped on her way up, goes back up with it, and is fouled on the play by Grayson County. Foul called on Allie Jennings, her first, team's fourth. And it'll be Alira Hughes to the line where she is a 73% free throw shooter.
I couldn't see from the backside on that. It's where he called the foul. It looked like Ella had him up front there and got a clean swipe on the ball, but I guess
it was called on Jennings from behind, clearly
yeah.
something happened. First free throw good there by Hughes. I know I was talking with a college coach during the summer about Hughes, and really the words that they used to describe her was just how tough defensively she is and quick. And I know I said, why haven't you offered this person yet? And the coach just chuckled. Second free throw was missed. Rebounded by Jones. It's Green who's into the game for Grayson. She crosses it to Perkins. Not really a quick pass. Perkins drives in. The floater is missed. If that pass was put a little more oomph on it, Perkins probably would have had an open 3, but it took so long to get there. Here comes Owensboro, feeding down into the post, spinning around off the right side. Too hard on the shot by Alicia Phillips. Rebounded by Green for Grayson County. 15-4, they trail. 2:25 left in the first quarter of play. Green up the far side of the floor. Out in between the circles to Jones. The right elbow to Narvaez. Narvaez lets the defender go by. Off the glass. Can't fall in. Rebounded on the floor by Owensboro. Here comes Hughes. Loses her dribble and gains it back.
That was a good look down on our end, though. Even though she missed it, she made a good move and put it up.
Harris misses the 3 in the near corner. Rebounded by Green for Grayson County. Green into the middle. An outlet pass to Jones, who comes down the near side, feeds it to Perkins. She's going to get her chance this time from the near side. It's off the back of the iron. Green with the rebound. Put back. It's missed, but she'll go to the line.
Good job by Kennedy there, getting that rebound, going back up strong, drawing the foul.
If she can do that consistent,
yeah.
I mean, that I think when Coach Mack goes back and watches and they do film study, he's probably going to say this every single time.
Yep.
Every single time. Do this, and probably each of the players like Allie and Lucy and Hannah and so on, do that. Kennedy to the line to shoot 2. First one is short. Kennedy 1 of 7 from the free throw line this season now. And for her, And really, like any shooter, she's got to see that ball go through the net.
Yeah, you want to see one go through. Hopefully she'll get this second one.
And she does. Nothing but net there for Kennedy Green. 15-5, Owensboro on top. Immediately they look to pressure. As it is Carter Swanigan. Kicks it off to the right side to Harris. Back now to Carter Swanigan. Feeds it into the post. It's stripped. Trying to gain it back is Phillips and loses the ball out of bounds, but it's off of the hands of Narvaez there on the inside for Grayson County.
Kind of a tough angle for number 30 there. She was more in the short corners, Phillips, and didn't have a good opportunity to catch that one.
Carter Swanigan gives it in to Sprinkles. Back now to Carter Swanigan. She takes the three near side and buries it in the near corner. She passed up quite a few of those threes. She shoots 46% from three-point range this season. She didn't pass that one up. Narvaez drives down the hole, lays it in on the right side.
That's one way to take that pressure back, attack and get some easy layups. They'll start pulling it back.
18-7, Owensboro on top. 1:17 left here in the opening quarter of play. Bounce pass, top of the key. Carter Swanigan drives, kicks, now into the corner to Harris. Guarded by Green. Up top now, driving in is Sprinkles. Floats the shot up, and it does drop in. I don't really know how that one went in. 55 seconds left in the first quarter of play. Narvaez breaks the timeline across the far side. She's triple-teamed and walks with it. The triple team came. She saw it coming, was looking to pass. It was one of those things that sometimes the feet move faster than the brain at times.
Give some credit to Owensboro, too. They're passing up some decent looks to get great looks, and you got to give them some credit for that.
Back into the game, Helena John and Abby Sapp for Owensboro. The Apollo transfers are back in. They feed it to Sapp in the corner. Outside to Carter Swanigan. Feeds it off left side, Sprinkles. The Henderson County transfer misses the three. Rebounded on the floor by Sapp. Put up short and rebound. Ripped away, and Green has it and then loses it out of bounds. And they're going to give that ball to Grayson County.
We'll take it. I think, if anything, the girl on the backside there may have tipped it out of Kennedy's hand.
We'll say that.
That's what
Because from our angle,
yeah, I
think it should probably be staying black ball. But, hey, you know what? You win some, you lose some. Three left wing, too long by Perkins. Rebounded by Green, though. She goes up and is blocked. But back to the line goes Kennedy Green. And, again, she does the same thing.
Exactly what you want to see out of Kennedy. Grab the loose ball. Didn't even think about anything else other than taking it up. And, again, rewarded with a couple free throws.
That is the first foul called on Alicia Phillips. Kennedy Green back to the line. She went 1 of 2 in her last trip. And gets the first one, does not. It was a little bit short. Trinity Hall re-enters, as does Alerica Hughes for Owensboro. Carter Swanigan and Phillips will get a breather with 19.6 left in the first quarter of play. Second chance for Green is good. She gets the shooter's roll. 18 seconds left. Hughes has it at the logo for Owensboro. Off to the left wing, back out front now to Hughes with 13 seconds and counting left in the first quarter. Left side Sprinkles, up top to Hughes, back to Sprinkles, feeding it into the post to Hall, get a foul called on Kennedy Green. They're going to say it's on the floor, it doesn't really matter. It's going to be the 5th team foul, so it'll be 2 shots anyways. Green's first, team's 5th. Hogg to the line, where she is 0 of 3 this season from the stripe. It's been a good sequence for Kennedy. I mean, yes, she picked up the foul there, but on all seriousness, I think Coach Mack is fine with her fouling because that shows she's playing with aggressiveness.
They must have been wanting to get that play because they swung it back and forth a couple times trying to feed the post.
Both free throws missed, rebounded by Grayson County. 4 seconds left. Van Meter went the wrong way, and they're not going to get a shot off. 1 second, Jones has it. I don't know if they didn't know the time or what, but at the end of the first quarter of play, Owensboro leads Grayson 20-8. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Gabbard, internal medicine physician with Owensboro Health. I'd like to talk with women 40 and over about having annual mammograms, even if there is no history of breast cancer in your family. Early detection provides women a strong advantage in fighting breast cancer. Ask your primary care provider for a referral and schedule your screening online at owensborohealth.org/mammogram.
The governor has declared a state of emergency, and evacuation is now underway as the storm approaches. The National Weather Service has issued a warning as it monitors this storm. Those in the following counties, therefore, should seek
Convoy of Hope is ready to help you prepare for the next storm. Visit convoy.org/prepare.
Here we come. 20-8, Grayson County trails Owensboro as we start the second quarter of play. Sam Gormley and Stephen Smith with you. As Grayson County is going to start this quarter with the ball. And, I mean, Stephen, you're down 12. There's a whole lot of time left to play in this game as Owensboro comes out in man-to-man defense here, and you get to run your half-court offense, something that really they haven't been able to do in this early in this game. Perkins drives it in, and she's fouled on the inside by Owensboro.
That's what I was going to say, Sam. They really haven't taken very many shots.
Foul called on Hogg, her first, team's first. And it'll be Sydney Perkins to the stripe to shoot 2. Perkins on the season is a 71.4% shooter and gets the first one in.
I was thinking since you had your free hand tonight, you'd be keeping better stats.
I've got my points. That's all I can do.
That's all they keep track of on the scoreboard.
It is. And in all seriousness, it's all that really matters in the long run. Second free throw, good there by Perkins. 7:45 left here in this first half of play. Grayson County's brought it back to within 10 now at 20-10. I wish my brain allowed for me to keep track of rebounds and such, but I only have so many brain waves. Driving in is Sprinkle, and she is fouled on the drive. And I don't know who they're going to call this on. It'll be on Green. That'll be her second and the team's first.
A little bit of a late call there. I thought he was going to let it go, but he went ahead and blew the whistle.
It'll be Sprinkles to the line where she struggles. 47.8% from the season. And that first free throw did not look like somebody who shoots 47.8%.
No, it didn't.
Nothing but net there for Sprinkles. Played for Henderson County last year, averaged 9.9 points a game for the team that lost in the state Final Four to McCracken County. And misses that second one, and the rim was unfriendly to her on that as it popped all the way in before popping out. Jones breaks the timeline, bumped by John. Now it's stripped and taken away by Sprinkles down the right side. Jones might have got a hand on it, doesn't matter. Sprinkles lays it in on the right side. Sprinkles has 9 points. It's 23-10. And heard a whistle blow. I guess they couldn't get the ball up in time as it got lost in the cheerleaders. Jones has it up the far side of the floor on the inbounds pass, and it's knocked out of bounds by Sprinkles. I don't like what Grayson County's doing here early is that they're running the sidelines.
Got to get the ball in the middle. Have a whole lot more options when you have the ball in the middle of the floor.
As I know we touched on it on Friday, is you're adding that extra defender that doesn't move and is 94 feet long. Yep. Or I guess it's not quite 94 in high school, but it's a long defender that can't foul you.
I was going to say they're not going to call a foul on the line either.
Not even the KHSA officials will do that. On the right wing, it is Narvaez up top to Jennings, swings it off to the left wing to Jones, crosses it to Perkins. Nice pass by Bree Jones. She fed it all the way through, and now Jones is fouled up top by Sapp. Sapp didn't necessarily agree with it, but it's her second and the team's second. Carter Swanigan in, Greer in, Harris in for Owensboro. Jansen Locker, the seventh-year head coach for Owensboro with a record of 74-101. He's being very aggressive with his bench.
Yeah, they've been subbing in a lot. I guess they're playing a little faster pace, want to keep fresh bodies in there.
For them, they are also like Grayson County, not playing again until after Christmas. So it does maybe allow you to coach a little bit differently in today's game. You don't have to worry about playing another game. Left wing Jones drives in, let the defender go by, and lays it in on the left side. She didn't necessarily fake the pass, but they thought the pass was coming, and she realized she had the open shot at the lane.
Good recognition, made a good decision there.
John drives in, deflected on the inside by Narvaez, picked up, though, up top by Harris. Into the near corner to Hughes, off to Carter Swanigan on the right side, back to Hughes. They leave her alone from three, and it is not a good three. It is an air ball, and the rebound goes off the foot, I believe, of Greer on the inside. Grayson County basketball, 23-12. They trail Owensboro 6:14 to play in the first half. I like what we're seeing, though, to start. I think you're seeing a more, I'm not sure the word to describe it, but I don't even know if fight's the right word, but you're seeing better basketball here, I guess.
Making better decisions.
I guess that's probably a good way to do it. Van Meter into the middle to Narvaez, kicks it off to the near side to Jones. Grayson County's got to break the timeline. Jones is trapped in the middle to Narvaez, who breaks the timeline across that far side, stops, finds help with Jones. Jones to the free throw line to Jennings, bounce pass back to Jones in the near corner. And Jones now is going to back it off and set it up. to Perkins. Deep three, top of the key, good! She knocked it down from Short Creek. A deep three for Sydney Perkins. Makes it an 8-point game.
Maybe that'll break the scoring open, Sam.
Perkins has had multiple threes in every single game this season, including a season-high 6 in the win over Hopkins County Central on Saturday.
What you'd like to see here is lock down on defense, get a stop, go down, get another good bucket, put a few points together, and crawl back in this game.
Carter Swanigan, 3 to answer. It pops in and out. John with a rebound, put back inside, good. And those are the one that make a coach crazy because you're just not blocking out. Van Meter breaks the timeline with ease. She angles back towards the middle. Was looking for a screen, and it goes right through the hands on the pass back to Jones, over and back. That's a tough sequence here for Grayson. You brought it down to within 8. You allow a rebound putback and now a turnover.
Yep. Yeah, if we're going to crawl back in this, and Sam, you got to eliminate those errors like that. And like I was saying, string a couple buckets together, get some stops for them, but going the other way is not going to be the makings of a good night for the Lady Cougars.
For me, too, there's 2 different types of turnovers. There are forced turnovers and unforced turnovers. That was an unforced turnover where it was just a mental error for Grayson County. Hughes drives in, might have walked with it, goes up with a shot, and the basket's good for Hughes. She's got 7, and it's 27-15. Jones breaks the timeline. Over to the right wing to Perkins. Lets the defender go by. Perkins drives in, throws the shot up, doesn't go in. I don't know how it didn't go in. The bank is not open. You didn't keep it open long enough, I guess, and Perkins will go to the line. Greer picks up the foul. Her first. Team's third. Perkins back to the line, 2 of 2 today. Make that 3 of 3. Her dad will probably ask you why you didn't keep the bank open a little bit longer for her there. Yeah. I know he usually goes back and watches these the next day. Misses the second free throw, rebounded by John for Owensboro. 27-16. Off to the right side to Hughes. To Carter Swanigan up top. Carter Swanigan drives, back now to Hughes. Into the near corner, 3 up by Harris. It's too long. Rebound stripped and picked up by Greer. The smallest player on the floor has another rebound from the right elbow. Hughes pulls up and gets the roll.
Hasn't had any success shooting outside, but taking that one dribble and going to the elbow there, it's a pretty nice move and look there.
Narvaez trapped at the half-court line. She needs to find help, throws it back to Perkins. She still hasn't crossed it and does it with a pass to Van Meter. Pulls up 10 feet left side, doesn't fall. Good shot, just didn't drop in.
Yeah, we need to get those start going in.
Hughes picked up the rebound. She has it on the right wing. She looks for help and finds it now with Harris. 4 minutes left in the first half, 29-16. Owensboro leads Grayson County. Now you're starting to see Owensboro. This is one of the slower moving possessions that we've seen. Really running their offense. Little zone here for Grayson County as well. Into the far corner, Greer. She steps into the 3. It is an air ball. Rebound on the floor. Saved in by Owensboro. Right into the hands, though, of Narvaez for Grayson County. It'll be Van Meter to break the timeline at the logo for the Lady Cougars. Screen set by Narvaez. Van Meter drives in, blows past, flip shot, missed. Short, Jennings with a rebound on the inside. Jennings then throws it away. Was it deflected? It was not. Sprinkles back in for Henderson, or for Owensboro, as does Phillips. Out is Hughes, or no, Hughes is passing the ball in. It is Greer and Harris. Narvaez came out for Grayson. Blanton checks back in. Something to keep in mind with Blanton. Does have 2 fouls.
2 fouls, yep.
Mike McClintock trusting his junior to give, really it's more just to give Ella a break probably on the inside. Hughes, bounce pass, feeds it to the left block to John. She's double teamed, deflected, hits off the back of Van Meter, and there to pick it up is Perkins. Sutton might get an assist on the turnover there. Up the near side comes Jones. Crosses it to Perkins, another deep 3, right side. It is a little bit short and picked up by Sprinkles. Sprinkles quickly moving down the near side of the floor, gives it off to Hughes in transition on the right wing. Hughes down the lane, gives it off to the left elbow. Shot is up and the bank is open there for Alicia Phillips. Timeout Owensboro. They lead 31-16, 2:41 left here in the first half of play. We'll take the break with them as this is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
Trails 31-16, 2:41 left in the first half of play. I'll do a quick scroll through to see if there isn't a quick score update or two to bring you. And really, as I do a scroll through, not a whole lot, except we can mention that the famous Toastery Bowl, it was the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky that came back from 28 down to defeat Old Dominion today in overtime. 31-16, Grayson County trails into the far corner. Perkins, three is up.
Maya got tipped.
And it was missed. Rebounded on the inside by Phillips. Off to Carter Swanigan, picked up by Van Meter. Gives it off to Phillips on the left wing to Hughes. Nice ball movement and finding the extra pass to Sprinkles, who puts in the three on the far side. It's just a really good job on making the extra pass.
Yeah, it really was. They've been doing a pretty good job of that, swinging the ball there.
Jones up top to Jennings, who lost it. Gains it back now to Jones. Into the corner to Blanton. Blanton gets a screen, bounce pass inside. It was, I thought, kicked. I guess it wasn't.
Kicked too.
And here comes Hughes for
Carter
Owensboro.
Swanigan.
Into the far corner, three by Sprinkles. It's long. Jones with a rebound.
That's a little better what I like to see right there. Bree got the rebound herself and took off instead of waiting for the defense to
Three
set up.
blocked out of bounds by Hughes on that far side. That was one of the most effortless blocks I think I've ever seen.
Yep.
Just shows the athlete she is. Bounce pass to Jennings. Off to the right wing to Van Meter, who immediately has Sprinkles in her face. Off to Perkins, far side three. Good for Sydney Perkins. Continues her streak of multiple threes made in a game. She's got 9. 34-19, Grayson County trails, about 90 seconds left. Hughes answering three. And guess what? It's good for Alyrica Hughes.
I was just looking at your sheet there. She's shooting 18% from the three, and I realized that's why she wasn't shooting it, and then goes in and drills one.
Maybe we can blame you for that one.
Yeah, go ahead. Or your sweater.
My sweater is great today. Listen, we could even pull up our camera here and say that, you know, I got the message of the ugly Christmas sweater day, and on Wednesday I've got my other one to pull out as we'll make the trip there to Paducah.
There's more than one of those sweaters?
Oh, of course there is. There's more than one sweater. And it's, I mean, listen, look at this thing. It's amazing, is it not?
It is orange and goes along with the home team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what? This is usually my tradition. I usually wear it once a year, and I have another one. So you have to make sure that you tune in on Wednesday to see it. I think I wore it to a game. In fact, I think I wore it to a game last year, and you might have even made a comment about it.
Well,
so you might remember it when you see it.
On behalf of the viewing audience tonight, I'm just going to say thank you that we're only going to have to look at it one time this year.
Listen, listen, if they come back and win, Coach Mack might make me wear it.
You may have to wear it again.
Yep,
That's true.
It's things that we will do for the team. 37-19, Grayson County trails Owensboro. We mentioned the third region media poll. Owensboro third in that. Number 1, Owensboro Catholic. Number 2 was Meade County. Owensboro 3. They leapfrogged Breck in that. It was Davis 5th, Edmondson 6th. Grayson was 8th. I believe Butler was 7th, if my memory is right, in that realm. Over to the right wing to Blanton. Up top to Van Meter, crosses it to Jones. Jones the free throw line to Jennings, but it's knocked from behind by Sprinkles. An outlet pass, a beautiful one to John. She couldn't corral the pass, and Van Meter gets the steal for Grayson. Now falls down with it. John gets it back, layup good.
I don't know if she hit a wet spot or got bumped or something. Sutton's usually pretty good on her feet. Can't believe she didn't get bumped right there.
She got tackled by the floor monster or something down there. It was 43 seconds left in the first half. Grayson County trails by 20 points. Perkins drives in, 15-foot floater, too long, gets her own rebound, puts it up, and a foul called from behind on Owensboro. Shots coming for Sydney Perkins. It's called on Helena John. That'll be her second. Perkins back to the stripe. She'll look to move into double figures, something she's done in every game this season. And she does with that first free throw. I think if you're Grayson, if you could get a stop and bring this to within 15 at the half, I think you got to feel that you can. And that free throw is missed. That's not going to do it. If you're Grayson, you're down by 19. I don't think you can let this get to more than 20.
Yeah, you really got to dig in right here this last 30 seconds of the first half. Looks like they may play for one. If you can get a stop here, it'd be big going into the locker room.
I always find this interesting as they instead feed it to Phillips. Her layup is missed by Grayson County. Let's see if they'll hold for the final shot. Over the far side to Van Meter, curling and crossing with a pass to Jones with 8 seconds left in the half. Jones drives downhill, loses the ball, and it's picked up by Owensboro with 4 seconds. Over to Carter Swanigan. She throws it up from three-quarters court at the buzzer, and that is the end of the first half of play, where Owensboro leads Grayson 39-20. We'll take a break. The halftime show comes up next. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Lady Cougars of Grayson County trail 39-20 at the half against Owensboro. And in that first half of play, Stephen, I think, it was pretty much everything that we expected. What would cause Grayson County fits has been the reason that has caused Grayson County fits, and it's been Owensboro's defense.
Exactly what we were talking about. You got to take care of the ball and make shots, and both of those things went in favor of Owensboro for this first half. So not really surprising that the score's a little lopsided here at halftime.
Coming up on our halftime show, we will run down to the scores from around the region, the scoring from this game, and get you ready for half number 2. Getting your score at the half, Owensboro leads Grayson 39-20. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran and disability employer.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinson's Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day. A movement toward life-saving resources. Movement toward advancing research and care. Movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's. Move with us at movingdaywalk.org.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
No matter what you're up against, we have your back.
We are United Way.
We are neighbors helping neighbors. In communities around the world, when disaster strikes, we get you back on your feet.
We help children build brighter futures.
We've been here for over 135 years.
But now, our work is more important than ever. Join us.
Join your neighbors.
Join United Way.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Lady Cougars trail 39-20 at the half against Owensboro. Try to see if we can't run down a score or two from around the region. while we look. And here's a final score to bring you from the Owensboro Sports Center. Edmonson County defeats Ohio County 49-31. Lady Cats now 8-1 on the year as they pick up the win against former Grayson County head coach Ted Hill and his Ohio County team. In a girls' score at the half, Davis County leads McLean County 25-12 at the half. That's most of the scores that we have to bring you from around the region. We'll take a break. Grayson County trails 29-20, and we'll have more on the halftime show after this. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
The doctor said I had a 29% chance to find a blood stem cell donor, but I knew you were out there. And when we matched, it was the best day ever. Dear donor, your blood stem cells saved me from leukemia. Thank you forever and ever and ever.
Experience the true joy of saving a life at BeTheMatch.org.
We had an MRI, and then all of a sudden this doctor comes in and he says to us, we have the potential here for a catastrophic event.
And he looked scared.
He looked terrified. And he's like, we got to operate now. It just all changed. Life changed.
Bryce is one of the 47 children per day who are diagnosed with cancer. Today's treatments aren't enough. To watch the rest of Bryce's story, visit childrenscancer.org/story.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Lady Cougars trail 39-20 at the half. Running down the scoring for the first half of play really quick. For Owensboro, 12 each for Shaylin Sprinkles and Alerica Hughes. For Owensboro as well, Helena John has 7, 3 each for Abby Sapp and Unique Carter Swanigan, and 2 for Alicia Phillips. For Grayson County, it's Sydney Perkins with the 10 points, 4 for Bree Jones. Rounding out the scoring is 2 for Green, 2 for Blanton, 2 for Narvaez. And Stephen, I think in this second half of play, if you're Grayson County, I think it's just, in a lot of ways, 19 is going to be tough to come back from. But you can still use this as your practice to get better because, listen, you very well could see this team again in March.
You never want to give up on the game. 19 points, it's doable to crawl back in it. You don't want to let it get any further out of hand, and you'll find out kind of what you're made of when you're in these positions. It'd be easy to lay over and just give up, but we'll find out what kind of fight we got here in the second half.
And I think that's the most important thing, and probably what Coach Mack was telling them at the half is saying, hey, yes, we're down 19, but I hate to say this to him, but his team lost when they were up 19 at the start of a fourth quarter of a district tournament game a couple of years ago when he was wearing the red of Edmonson County and Grayson County. But it probably it can happen. Any given moment, you can do that. Now, you're going to have to start by not allowing this defensive pressure to affect you as much as it did in the first half of play. Now, that might not be something that can be fixed at half, because a lot of that is tip your cap to a really good defensive team in Owensboro.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You begin to look at the scoreboard and you think, okay, I don't know how many turnovers we had, but say we had 10.
I was going to say 12. Yeah,
if you cut that in half and you score on half of those possessions, you've got maybe 5 or 6 additional buckets. Plus, you're stopping them on some of those runouts that they have, and you're right in the middle of the game here. So taking care of the ball is going to be crucial here in the first few minutes of the third quarter.
Grayson County trails by 19. Second half's next on K105.
When I found out my son was addicted to opiates, I didn't know where to turn. Now I know there's help, and you can call, whether you're a family member, a sibling, or the person with the addiction. And the number is 1-8338-KY-HELP. Call for the resources. They're going to help you with compassion and care and the knowledge of what's available to get you the help you need.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran, and disability employer.
696.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Owensboro starts the second half with the basketball. They also have a 39-20 lead. They'll be working from right to left on the radio dial. 12 points each for Sprinkles and Hughes to lead the way for Owensboro. Van Meter almost gets a steal from Carter Swanigan to open up. Sam Gormley and Steven Smith with you. Carter Swanigan blows right past Van Meter. The floater from 7 feet is good, and Grayson County gets the basketball. Or rather, and Owensboro gets the early shot here in this second half of play off the shot there from Carter Swanigan. Perkins drives down the baseline, goes up, reverse layup on the inside, too long. Rebound by John on the inside for Owensboro. Not a great start for the Lady Cougars of Grayson County.
I think Sid got a little too far under before she realized where she was on the floor, because she was not used to being that wide open.
Sprinkles, three near corner, buries it. She's got 15 in the game, her second three of the contest. And Owensboro has opened this up now to a 44-20 game with 7 minutes left in the third quarter of play. Jones double teamed at the half-court line, gives it off to Van Meter, up at the top of the key to Jennings, back down to Jones, the 8th grader. Down the right side, goes up, flips it up, right side. There it is for Bree Jones. She's got 6 now in the game. Owensboro is still doubled up the Lady Cougars. Driving downhill over the far side, little touch foul called on Perkins in the far corner. For Perkins, that will be her first, team's first of the third quarter of play. It'll be Hughes to pass in from underneath. She's a great passer. You better believe this one could go anywhere. Instead, gives it up top to Sprinkles, goes right through her hands. She's able to run back and grab it, though. Perkins picks her up. Man-to-man defense for Grayson County to open up this half. Hughes in the corner, guarded by Jones. Top of the key to Carter Swanigan. Right wing Sprinkles, driving in. Far corner to Sapp. Top of the key to John. Left side Hughes at the free throw line, drives in. The right-handed floater too hard. There to pick it up is John on the inside. John puts it in off that left side. It's 46-22. Owensboro on top, 6:18 left in the third quarter. She's been the player that I think that Grayson's not had an answer for.
Yeah, they did exactly what you would like to see a team do.
Steal by Owensboro. Down the right side, flip shot, good by Hughes.
Moved it around, waited for a good shot, and got an easy one.
And now here comes almost another steal. Owensboro knocks it out of bounds off of Sprinkles. Be interesting to see if Coach Mike McClintock will look for a timeout here, as it is 48-22. Owensboro has opened up this half on a 9-2 run. Jones up the near side of the floor. Breaks the timeline, and now you can start running your half-court offense. That's been the worst part about this for Grayson, is just breaking the timeline, and the offense hasn't been bad once they've broken that. Up at the top, Blanton. Left side pass, deflected and taken away by Sprinkles. It's a run out for Sprinkles. In on Van Meter, who goes for the strip. I think the right hand around the back is what Van Meter's going to be called with. Sprinkles a little slow to get up.
If you're going to get a foul, you need to make sure that they don't score. She didn't. She went for the ball, didn't do anything malicious there, but a really good foul and stopping her from possibly getting an and one.
It'll be Sprinkles to the line, as we mentioned, 47.8% from the stripe this season. She's a three-point specialist. Over half of her shots come from three-point range. She only makes 25% of them, but she's got 2 today and makes her first free throw to give her 16 points in the game. Very low dribble. And tell you what, Sprinkles 3 of 4. She sure don't look like a 46% free throw shooter.
No, she sure doesn't. Took her time right there, a couple deep breaths. And
Blanton gives it off to Van Meter, who's going the wrong way. The double team comes. She falls, and a foul is going to be called, or is it a timeout? It's a foul. Sprinkles picks up her first, team's first.
if you're Owensboro's coach, you probably don't mind that one because you had a lot of pressure right there, and that was only her first foul.
Blanton bounce pass into Van Meter. Immediately that run and jump comes. Van Meter into the middle to Jennings. Jennings looks to find help with a handoff pass now to Van Meter, who breaks the timeline at the logo. Right side Perkins, she'll pull up a deep right side three. It is no good. An air ball saved in by Blanton goes right into the hands of Sprinkles as Blanton goes crashing into the cheerleaders. Here comes Sprinkles. Inside pass to John, knocked out of bounds. Off of John, though. Jennings got her hand in and I think ended up putting it off the head of John.
Just enough to disrupt the path of the ball there.
Bounce pass into Blanton as she comes up the near side of the floor. 5 minutes left in the third quarter of play, 50-22. Grayson County trails Owensboro. Back to Van Meter. On the right side, angles back towards the middle to Jones with 4:50 left in quarter number 3. Grayson County just looking for some points. They look to Van Meter, to Perkins, top of the key. Can't get the three in. Carter Swanigan with a rebound. And now Blanton's going to be called for a foul. Carter Swanigan did a good job selling it as well.
Yeah, watching those the guards for Owensboro reminded me of a comment one of my college coaches said. They're quick enough to guard you on both sides at the same time. Carter Swanigan's one of those.
That's the thing is, I mean, you look at this lineup right now, they don't have much slow out there.
Mm-hmm.
They're just quick.
Even John down in the post runs the floor pretty well, can handle it a little bit.
And he's a good rebounder and can shoot. I mean, it's hard to find really a weakness for this Owensboro team. Driving in, and a foul's going to be called. Sprinkles runs right into Bree Jones, who was set up there like a brick wall.
Yeah, it looked like Bree held her own right there. I think that's one of those calls where the referee just decided, I got to call something here. Bree was straight up. She didn't lower her hands, it didn't look like.
Mike McClintock wanting an explanation, saying that. And I think I heard the official say she had her hands up but went over a little bit with the body.
Yeah, he was kind of patting on his own chest, so maybe he got her on, not necessarily with her hands, but part of her upper body.
Greer, Hogg, and Sapp, I believe, is the player that re-enters there for. Actually, no, it is Wilkins, Olivia Wilkins, that enters there for Owensboro. Second free throw is missed, going 1 of 2 from the stripe was Shaylin Sprinkles. It's up to that far side of the floor goes Bree Jones on the left wing. Jones is double teamed on that left side. Top key now to Perkins, who's going to back it off. Grayson County has Narvaez and Green back into the game. Inside to Van Meter off the left side. Great pass, great basket.
Yeah, nice cut right there by Sutton. Kept going. Bree saw it a little bit late, but was still able to get it to her and make a bucket.
51-24, 4 minutes left in quarter number 3. Hughes on the left side. Man-to-man defense here by Grayson County. Hughes up top, drives. Thought about pulling up.
Almost broke her own apple.
I was going to say, she almost grimaced a little bit. Hopefully she's okay. I'm not sure if that was a grimace of, I didn't get what I wanted. Driving in, Sprinkles, past Perkins to Hogg. Picked up by Green, throws it off the foot of Hughes. Loose ball. Out of bounds. They're going to say Owensboro ball. And that was one of those, neither official saw it.
Yeah.
He just said, how about that way?
Let's just stay here so we don't have to run back down the floor. Good job by Kennedy, though, jumping on the loose ball there.
Yeah, and that was one of those two. I don't think anybody. It probably literally was. Let's flip a coin and go for it. Hughes drives in. One thing that I do have to say about Hughes is sometimes she's too fast for her own good.
Yeah.
Driving in over to the far side. Wilkins, 3, good by Olivia Wilkins. 0 of 1 from 3 coming into the game. That's only her second shot of the season. Attempted her first points of the year for the senior, who also is the soccer player, had 3 goals for their soccer team. It's 54-24. They meet her up the far side of the floor, angles back towards the middle, pulls up 18 feet, top of the key. It's off to the right, rebound, saved in by Hughes off of Green's foot, and it's going to go towards Grayson. And that ball she threw with so much authority, it almost rolled into the Owensboro locker room in that far side of the floor.
Probably would have been a little bit better there for Sutton. Not a horrible shot, but you'd like to see at this point in the game maybe turn it over a couple times before you take a quick shot.
54-24, 3:07 left to play in the third quarter. Because, I mean, really for this is you're in a practice right now.
Yeah.
you're like in a scrimmage now for these next 11 minutes of this game to try and get better because you have 10 days off until your next game, just about, when you play Carlisle County next week. Hogg's shot in the lane is missed. Jones with a rebound, and now Hogg is going to pick up the foul. Her second, team's third.
Really good backside defense there by Sutton. She kept her arm straight up. Would have been easy to smack down on it after the ball got, I guess it was over Kennedy's head maybe. Good job by Sutton there.
2:48. Owensboro is going to shift back into a half-court defense.
I'm calling them by the first name. Should I be using their last name?
I usually call, you can call them whatever you want. You know them more by their first names than I do. Green, shot blocked on that far side. Hughes had the block, but she picked the ball up and she stepped on the baseline. And she looked at the official and said, "Did I really?"
I don't think she liked it.
And he said, "Yep, you did." She's just a great athlete.
She really is.
She's one of those players that it's not fun when she's playing your team, but you just love to watch her. Inside pass, Kennedy Green is tackled from behind by Hughes. Hughes came down with the ball, and she said, "I stole it."
Really staying within herself. Doesn't seem like she's allowed her emotions to play or to react to how she's on the floor. Just a pretty solid player.
Into the corner to Narvaez. Left wing Jones feeds the post to Narvaez. It's off her hands, almost too hard of a pass to Narvaez, but it had to be to get it inside. Up at the top of the key goes Harris. Off right side, Hughes, guarded by Jones. 2:10 left in the third quarter, 54-24. Hughes in between the circles. The left elbow pulls up 18 feet, too long, rebounded by Green. Green slaps it off to Jones. Up the near side of the floor goes Jones to Green. Little fades it back towards the far side. Nice move. Basket good by Kennedy Green. It's one of the best moves I think I've seen her make.
Yeah, that's good to see. Hopefully that'll give her a little bit of confidence on the offensive end. But, yeah, that is great. That's great to see.
She let the defender go by, angled back towards the other side, and in exactly what you want. Greer into the corner to Hughes, who blows right past Jones off the glass. Basket missed. Now Green gets a rebound, slaps it off to Jones. Grayson County with a run out. Here comes Jones down the near side. Lets the defender go by off the right side. Basket good. 8 points now for Bree Jones, and that was about as good of a 20-second sequence we've seen in the game from Grayson.
A couple back-to-back buckets. Got a couple stops. Let's see if we can crawl back in this thing.
Right side Greer. Up to the top of the key to Harris. Harris drives in off the glass. It rolls in.
Basketball Harris.
Harris's first points of the game. 1 minute left in quarter number 3. Pass up front. Narvaez is fouled by Hughes at the top of the key.
Right in front of us. I was afraid he was going to call over and back. Ella had already positioned on the front court.
It was really close to being over and back.
I think if she hadn't have grabbed the ball and it bounced, they would have, but they got the foul
that
before.
Was, by my count, the 15th foul. But we're still playing. Now, again, I am the furthest thing from official, so. In a lot of realms. Top of the key, Perkins. Driving down the right side, and now she's fouled. Now we'll get foul shots. Maybe I was just predicting the future. Harris picks up her. Well, now I just have that as Harris's first, so I'm all out of sorts here. I told you I needed a third hand.
Peyton Bowman making her first appearance here in the game.
Peyton's had some good moments, averaging 1.7 points, 1 rebound a game. First chance for Perkins, good there. For her first points of the second half of play, she's got 11 for the game. And I think this is going to be one of these games, too, to be good to get some of these younger players in. Players like Hannah and Lucy. Second free throw, Miss Green with a rebound, goes up, and she's fouled. Tell you what, we don't have a player of the game, but it might be Kennedy. She's played not a lot of minutes, but meaningful minutes.
Well, it sounds like a broken record, Sam, but she's doing exactly what we need her to do. Getting rebounds, going back up.
Misses her free throw off to the left. She's now 2 of 5 from the free throw line today. She's got one more coming. Allie Jennings comes in. Ella Narvaez comes out. But I think, I've talked about this over these last couple of years, is that you see these flashes from her.
Yep.
Where it's like once she puts it all together, I really believe that she can become one of the best players in this district. Just because she's athletic. This is the second free throw. She's got a good stroke.
Mm-hmm.
Good defender, and she's got good size. She's got everything you want. Now she reaches in, and she's going to pick up a foul, but she's going for the ball there.
Yeah, can't falter on that.
No, I mean, it was a foul, and I'm not, by saying going for the ball, I didn't want it to come off as it wasn't a foul, but it was more of just she's doing what you want. She picks up her third.
Getting on the floor. The Owensboro player bobbled it a little bit. Any opportunity you can to get your hand in there.
Harris to the line, 1 of 6 this season, and misses the first one. Harris, good softball player, hit 411 games on the softball team last season. I don't care how many games you play, hitting 400, that'll get it done.
Not bad.
Second free throw missed, out of bounds. The ball is knocked by Carter Swanigan. She tried to plead her case saying it wasn't off of me, but I think it was.
You know, that's one of those things that could have been just as easy to call an over-the-back foul. But I think the referee made the right call and give it to the Lady Cougars and go the other way.
It's also hard to call over and back on somebody who's 5'3".
That's true. That's exactly right.
That's what I always love when. And it's the same thing with a player like, Hannah is up front. Sprinkles comes in. If Hannah, it's hard for Hannah to get called for a foul. As Sprinkles pulls up a left wing three, it's missed. Rebound on the inside. We're going to have a jump ball. I'll tell you what, that might be our first jump ball of the game. Because I think we set a state record on Friday against McLean County, and I think that's our first one of this game.
We had several Saturday as well.
But I think it's always funny, like Hannah would be called for the over and back at 6'2" over Carter Swanigan when it's kind of the same thing. It's like you don't get punished for a foot.
This coming from somebody that got an over and back call a lot. It's not the correct call every time. I'm sure I did several times, but sometimes when you're up over the other team or over the other player, they call it.
Perkins did step out of bounds. It's Carter Swanigan weaving through at the free throw line, pulls up with 3 seconds, it's off to the right, rebound. Jennings had it, and that is the end of quarter number 3 of play. Grayson County trails Owensboro by a score of 56-29. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Are you ready to help your family get prepared for the unexpected? Here we go! Ladybug and Cat Noir know how important it is to be ready, because you never know when Hawkmoth is going to strike or a disaster will hit. And you don't need miraculous powers. Just put those planning skills you already have to good use. Make a plan that will help you and your family be ready when emergencies happen. Ready Kids can help. Get started at ready.gov/kids.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinson's Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day. A movement toward life-saving resources. Movement toward advancing research and care. Movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's. Move with us at movingdaywalk.org.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, 56-29. Lady Cougars trail Owensboro. Want to make sure we give a shout out to our K105 crew tonight. Eli Smith running the camera up top. You know him a little bit, right?
A little bit, yes.
A little bit. You not always claim him, right? But you do happen to know him. And then Trey Cook decided that he didn't want to go on a date tonight and comes out and meets our director.
There it is.
Last Friday, he turned us down to work to go on a date. Where was his date? Do you remember, Steven?
No comment.
We're underway here in the second half of play. If I remembered her name, I would give her a shout-out, but I don't, and that's no fault to her. I just have the awful memory. 3, top of the key by Owensboro. It's missed by Sprinkles. Smith with a rebound for Grayson County. Up to the far side of the floor, it's given to Bree Jones. An outlet pass comes to Van Meter on the right side. 56-29, Lady Cougars trail. So you've got Jones, Perkins, Smith, Jennings, and Van Meter on the floor to open up here in this fourth quarter of play. Into the near corner to Van Meter. Guarded by Carter Swanigan, who's just so quick with her hands.
Yeah, she really is.
Off to the right side, it is Van Meter. To Jones, up top, in between the circles to Jennings. Inside pass, tried to get it to Smith, and it's deflected on the inside, and Carter Swanigan comes down with it. Inside pass. They were looking on the inside for Sprinkles, but there was no one there. 7:07 left in the fourth quarter of play. It's 56-29. As I'll try to see if we can't find an update from that Davis County-McLean County game that was happening earlier today. A boys score, Ohio County leads Christian County 23-17. As Davis County was only up 12 on McLean County. Left wing 3 by Perkins is short. Rebounded by Owensboro, as it is Harris coming up the near side of the floor. Into the corner to Sprinkles. She could tell she was thinking about that three.
Yeah.
Doesn't end up taking it. Feeds it inside the post. The little hook shot is missed in the lane by Phillips. Loose ball picked up by Grayson County. Up to the far side of the floor goes Jones on the left wing. Picks it up. Step back left side three. It was actually a two. It's missed anyways. Sprinkles the rebound. Sprinkles drives in down the left side. Nice defense by Van Meter. Saves it in bounds, though, into the hands of Owensboro. And now a foul's going to be called, and Sprinkles will go to the line.
Really good play there by Van Meter.
There you go.
Kept her hands up, kept her body up and down there, didn't draw a foul. Really good play by Sprinkle, though, about getting it back. Or was that number 3 maybe that
three got it and gave it to
Harris.
Sprinkles.
Yeah.
Harris gave it to Sprinkles, who will go to the line to shoot 2. And that's really the first free throw she's taken today that has made her look like the 46% free throw shooter.
Yeah.
Subs into the game here. John and Hughes re-enter. And also into the game is, for the first time today, Amani Badger. 2 points, 2 rebounds for the junior. Kennedy Green going to come in. Smith will come out for Grayson County. Both free throws missed by Sprinkles. 6:15 left in quarter number 4, 56-29. Grayson County trails Owensboro. Van Meter in the corner. Floater from 10 feet is missed. Long rebound is picked up by Hughes, and she's off to the races. Beautiful bounce pass down the left side to Sprinkles. Sprinkles off now to John, driving down the left side. John gets the roll.
Looked like it stopped before it got over the rim and then just pulled itself over.
The rims have been unfriendly to Grayson tonight, and Owensboro's gotten some of those rolls that you probably usually want to say why the home team would get. But I know if you ask Travis Johnston, who's the boys coach here for Grayson County, he's been complaining about the rims here for
back to his playing days.
Probably if you ask him, he'd have had about 1,000 more points with different rims. 58-29. Off to the left wing, Van Meter. 3. Good for Sutton Van Meter on the left side. She's got 5, her first deep ball of the game. 58-32 is the game. Hughes in between the circles. Feeding into the post to Badger off the right side. Green recovered nicely to get her hands in the face. Rebound goes out of bounds off of Grayson. The first half of that defensive play there for Kennedy wasn't great. Did a great job getting back around and just putting her hands straight up, making sure she didn't foul. It's exactly what you want there. It'll be Hughes to trigger from underneath their own basket. Into John. Feeds it back now to Hughes. Fouled by Jones, who did, you could see that there. She came down. And on Hughes, and Hughes will go to the line.
And you know, a lot of times in the player's mind, you think you're keeping your hands straight up the whole time, but if they come down at all, the ref's going to call it nearly every time.
Hughes is somebody that goes to the line a lot. This is only her 3rd and 4th trip today, makes her first. There, so she's now 2 of 3 from the line. And misses that second one short. Van Meter with the rebound. Angles back towards the middle as she crosses the timeline. Off to Jones on the right side. To Green, 15 feet near side. The stroke is not friendly as it was perfect. And it pops out. The rims, again, unfriendly with 5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter of play.
That would have really been a great boost for Kennedy's.
Because it was a great shot.
Yeah. Got her feet under, took her time, went up, and just didn't fall.
Hughes curls in. It rolls off the back of the iron. Rebound on the inside. Put back John, and it's good. John is so smooth.
She is.
61-32. Owensboro leads Grayson County. 4:30 left in the 4th quarter of play. A couple of subs will check in at the next stoppage of play for Grayson County. Right side, Van Meter. Up in between the circles. Swings it off to the left wing to Jones. Inside to Jennings, bounce pass to Van Meter, 3, top of the key. It's short off the front of the iron. Long rebound, Green taps it off into the hands of Jones. Jones on that left side. Feeds it into Jennings. Inside, too hard. Rebound on the inside by Phillips. It's one of those that it wasn't hard enough to go off the bank. It wasn't short enough to just drop in.
There's a good pass in there, and she did exactly what she should have done, is go right up with it, just didn't get the roll.
It'll be a platoon substitution for Grayson at the next stoppage of play. John curls in, just lowers her shoulder and gets the hole on the left side. For John, We have a timeout on the floor taken by Owensboro. We'll take it with them. It's 63-32, 3:46 to go. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran and disability employer.
63-32, Grayson County trails Owensboro as we have 3 minutes and 46 seconds to go in this game. New subs in for Grayson County: Blanton, Bowman, Narvaez, Smith, and also Addie Spainhoward in for her first minutes of the game. Spainhoward averaging 2.5 points a contest. She's got it on the right wing. Up top to Blanton, swings it off left side, Bowman. Bowman up top now to Spainhoward. Good shooter is Addison Spainhoward. Swings it off left side to Bowman. She says, I can shoot too. The three is missed off the left side, rebounded by Greer. Tell you what, Greer is 4'8" and has got, 3 or 4 rebounds today.
Yeah.
She averages 1.2, but she just finds her way to get the ball.
She does, and a pretty nice player, especially at her size.
Wilkins steps into the right side three. It's short. Smith with a rebound for Grayson County. I don't think Hannah's used to having someone 4'6" go for the ball there.
It's kind of ripped it away a little bit there.
Right side, Spainhoward. At the right elbow to Narvaez. Back outside to Blanton, who couldn't really corral the pass. Left side to Bowman with 2:50 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Up top to Bowman. Swings it off to Spainhoward on the right wing. Greer in her face. Left side, Bowman. Inside to Narvaez. Narvaez tries to find help. Throws it off to Spainhoward. Spainhoward, little ball fake. Drives in. Floater blocked in the inside, and a jump ball. It's going to be the call. It's going to stay with Grayson County as Badger came in with a block. And it's going to stay with the orange and blue underneath. 2:35 left. Both these teams off until after the Christmas holiday. Owensboro will travel to Madisonville North Hopkins for the post-Christmas tournament. Into Smith off the right side. Too high off the glass. Rebounded on the interior by Phillips. 63-32, 2:25 left in the fourth quarter of play. To Greer on the left wing, guarded by Spainhoward. Nice defense by Addy. Crossing it to the far side. Sapp drives in, blocked by Blanton. Saved inbounds by Narvaez into the hands of Spainhoward. An outlet pass to Bowman. She has Blanton in that far corner. Blanton does a little ball fake, takes it back up front. Blanton now gives it back. Now she'll take the three on the far side. It is short. Rebound on the floor. Spainhoward had it. Has to run it back down in the near corner. She's got it. Now she's left alone. She'll pull up the three. She'll put it in.
Good to see Addie get that bucket to boost her confidence, too.
63-35. Grayson County trails Owensboro with 1:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Greer off to the right wing. Up top in between the circles. Into the near corner that is to Wilkins. Up top to Greer, crossing it to the far side to Sapp. She'll take the three. Sapp puts it in. Sapp's second three of the game. The Apollo transfers got 6 points. It's 66-35 with 1:18 left to go here in the ball game. Right side, Spainhoward feeds it inside to Smith, but it was deflected and taken away by Wilkins. A little too greedy maybe there on the pass.
Yeah, probably not the right time to make that pass just yet.
Sapp three, far side, it's good. 1 minute left in the fourth quarter of play, 69-35. Bowman inside to Smith, back out to Spainhoward. Spainhoward off to Bowman. Not a clean hold by Bowman. Driving in, Bowman goes up, it's blocked, and another jump ball is going to be called. Possession goes to Owensboro. Lucy Torrance comes in. Addie Spainhoward will come out for Grayson County. Coach Mike McClintock puts an arm around her and explaining as to why she's coming out right now, and that's what you want from the coach. This is why, there's 45 seconds left. Part of it is to get Lucy in the game.
Yep.
And part of it is probably for a reason as to why she was the play that came out, not someone else. Top of the key, the ball's thrown away. Greer is just going to go touch it. It'll be over and back. 37.5 to go. Now Brooklyn Dennis will come in.
Yeah, for Grayson County, number 21, Brooklyn Dennis.
With 37.5 left in this game, 69-35. Owensboro on top. Lady Cougars will fall to 4-4 on the year. They will be in action next week down at Logan County High School. They'll play Carlisle County on their first one. Into Smith off the right side, can't get the shot in. Rebounded on the interior by Harris for Owensboro. Harris on the run out. Little Euro step, flip shot too hard. Rebound bouncing around, and Owensboro's got it to Greer. Greer's shot partially blocked by Smith on the inside. Into the hands of Torrance. That far side for Bowman. Let's see if they can't run a last-second play. To Blanton on the right side with 6 seconds. With 5 seconds, Blanton drives and is fouled hard on the play by Phillips. Her second. To the line will go Isabel Blanton.
Team's first. Blanton at the line for 2.
Blanton is a 70.6% shooter on the season.
I would have actually thought her percentage was a little higher than that.
The first one is no good.
That's my fault. Or your sweater's fault.
No, the sweater is, listen, the comments were in favor of it.
Okay. Got some Bengals fans on the Twitter. Excuse me, the X.
No, the comment was on the Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Now, the comment might have been from my mother, but get the ball in, and that'll wrap us up here today. Owensboro defeats Grayson County tonight by a final score of 69-36. We'll come back, jump into the fifth quarter show after this. Again, your final score, 69-36, Owensboro over Grayson. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
When I found out my son was addicted to opiates, I didn't know where to turn. Now I know there's help, and you can call, whether you're a family member, a sibling, or the person with the addiction. And the number is 1-833-8-KY-HELP. Call for the resources. They're going to help you with compassion and care and the knowledge of what's available to get you the help you need.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Grayson County falls tonight to Owensboro by a final score of 69-36. Coming up next, it'll be the fifth quarter show. We'll run down the scoring from this game and some scores from around the region. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
The governor has declared a state of emergency, and evacuation is now underway as the storm approaches. The National Weather Service has issued a warning as it monitors the storm. Move the following counties therefore should seek.
Convoy of Hope is ready to help you prepare for the next storm. Visit convoy.org/prepare.
The doctor said I had a 29% chance to find a blood stem cell donor. But I knew you were out there. And when we matched, it was the best day ever. Dear donor, your blood stem cells saved me from leukemia. Thank you forever and ever and ever.
Experience the true joy of saving a life at BeTheMatch.org.
We had an MRI, and then all of a sudden this doctor comes in and he says to us, we have the potential here for a catastrophic event.
And he looked scared.
He looked terrified. And he's like, we got to operate now. It just all changed. Life changed.
Bryce is one of the 47 children per day who are diagnosed with cancer. Today's treatments aren't enough. To watch the rest of Bryce's story, visit childrenscancer.org/story.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran, and disability employer.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
Grayson County falls tonight to Owensboro by a final score of 69-36. Sam Gormley and Stephen Smith back here with you. And Stephen, I think, this game, in a lot of ways, what we felt like Grayson County had to do was what Owensboro did. It was pretty much went as we feared it would go.
Right.
I guess is probably the best way to describe it.
Yeah, we had some too many turnovers early. Didn't capitalize on making shots like we should have, and they did. They hit shots. They took care of the ball. Probably had a few turnovers, but a pretty good team too, Sam. You got to tip your hat to Owensboro. They're a pretty good team.
And it's tough to find really a weakness on the team. And I think, to me, the player that's taking them to the next level this year is John, the post, because I think last year when they would run into teams like Breck, like Catholic, who have good size as well. Breck, you think of Huffines down low, who's a really talented player. Owensboro didn't really have a player for that. Now, John is a very different player than Huffines or even like Williams down at Edmondson. But just having that extra size, I think, really takes them to the next level. And it's why I don't deny that they are the third best team in the region.
Yeah, we were talking in the break about them playing Breck. I haven't heard a whole lot about Owensboro Catholic other than they're good. Don't really know what their personnel is, but this Owensboro team, when they go up against Breck County, if both teams play well, could be a really, really good game.
And they're playing in a good holiday tournament as well next week. You mentioned that they're playing Franklin Simpson next week. They're at Madisonville North Hopkins. Franklin Simpson, a really talented team from the 4th region, one of the top 3 or 4 teams in that, and what is always when you're in the conversation with Bowling Green and Barron County and Metcalfe County, I know is one of the top teams there.
South Warren.
Yeah, always really talented teams. Greenwood's got a really good young guard, or I guess she's not a young guard anymore. I think she's a senior, but she's been starting. I think she was a 6th grader. Trin down there. There's a lot of really good basketball down in that area. So when you're facing one of the top teams there, it'll be a good test for them. And then you go right after the break. You've got at Bowling Green. Right out of the break there for January the 2nd for them. They get Catholic right away out of the break, going up against a John Harden team as well, who is very, very scrappy, I think is a good way to describe them. And then you get Meade and Davis. That 4-game stretch is really impressive for them. And then they're to open up in February in 3 straight games at Breck, at Owensboro, at Madisonville. To me, that's your stretch that's going to tell you how good this Owensboro team is in February.
Yeah, you kind of, with the disparity, you kind of throw out the rankings, especially right now in this part of the season.
Hey, now, I worked hard on my ranking.
Well, but I think if we looked at the 2 teams tonight, Owensboro is where we want to be. Balanced on the floor, pretty good size. They took care of the ball, made good decisions, and they're closer to being a really good team than we are right now. And hopefully we'll get there, Sam.
We'll talk to Coach Mack after this. Grayson County loses 69-36. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
No matter what you're up against, we have your back.
We are United Way. We are neighbors helping neighbors.
In communities around the world, when disaster strikes, we get you back on your feet.
We help children build brighter futures.
We've been here for over 135 years.
But now, our work is more important than ever.
Join us.
Join your neighbors.
Join United Way.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Gabbard, internal medicine physician with Owensboro Health. I'd like to talk with women 40 and over about having annual mammograms, even if there is no history of breast cancer in your family. Early detection provides women a strong advantage in fighting breast cancer. Ask your primary care provider for a referral and schedule your screening online at owensborohealth.org/mammogram.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, "I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim." Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Grayson County Lady Cougars fall tonight by a final score of 69-36. Sam Gormley now joined by Coach Mack. And Coach, I think we were just talking off air. That's just a really, really good basketball team.
Right, and Sam, there's no way we can duplicate their quickness, their speed on defense and offense. And then I thought one thing that kind of surprised me from our scouting reports was how well they shot the three tonight. I mean, you know, we were willing to give that up early by the zones we were playing, and you know, they just hit them. So when that happens, we have to come out of it. So, and we didn't really have real good matchups because sometimes they went big, sometimes they went real small. And when they went real small, it was just, you know, hands, and they're just so quick.
To me, one of the players that stood out, I know Steven and I were both talking, and we've talked about her a couple of times over these last couple of weeks. I thought Kennedy gave you really good minutes when she was in there. She walked away today with only 4 points, but I think—
But she done a lot more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, she was rebounding. She was, she made her one shot from the field. She let the defender go by and did the little move towards the basket. I mean, she's just— you're seeing those, and I've talked about this for years now, those little spurts, and her confidence is continuing to build.
Yeah.
What did you see from her as a whole?
Oh, I thought, you know, that she played by far her best game of the year for us, and she played with some intensity, and you know, we've been talking to her about that, and I think she listened, and it paid off tonight.
The pressure we talked about in the open that Owensboro brings, especially defensively, I think that when you all could get past the half-court line, I think your half-court offense was able to succeed.
Yes.
How did you think you did before you got half-court as a whole?
Not very good at all. We made too many turnovers. You know, we just made passes that were picked off, passes that, you know, and then they would come from behind and make that double up and make a back tip or something and get the steal. So, you know, that's just, like I said, it's their quickness and stuff. But you know what, we didn't quit playing. That's what I like. We kept you know, plugging along. We just couldn't get into their lead like I would like to have, and it's quick.
You have now, what, 9 days off, 10 days off, however
Something
long
like
it
that,
is.
yeah.
It's you get some time off. Now, how do you as a coach handle that? Because you have time off, and then you also have the holiday in there as well, because I'm sure that you probably would like some time for the holiday as well, but also you want to give your players time for that holiday.
Well, it's like—
how do you balance that?
Well, it's like I've told them since day one, you know, the good guy above, then it's family, then it's school, then it's basketball. So, you know, I want them to spend as much time as they can with their family. You know, we're going to take tomorrow off. We'll come in Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, go pretty hard those 3 days, take Saturday, Sunday, Monday off, of course, and then come back Tuesday for preparation for Carlisle County down at Logan County.
Now, you have that Carlisle County. I don't know if you know anything about them. The only thing I know is that their record's about 500, right? That's about it.
Yep.
I know that they were predicted 5th or 6th in the region. That has, I know, some really, really good teams. McCracken's always good. Graves is always good down there. Do you know anything about them? And what challenges as well does 3 games in 3 days bring you?
Well, I think we'll be all right as far as the 3 games in 3 days. I think we're in good shape physically. But I think the main thing about Carlisle is they've got a real good scorer from the perimeter. Then they got a big girl that's scoring. They got 3 girls averaging in double figures. I know they've got 2. And they kind of complement each other. One's a big, one's a perimeter player. So, you know, we'll have our hands full on that. But we'll see. You know, the other thing, we couldn't play what we have been playing the last 4 or 5 games, where we would pressure, switch our defense. We couldn't do that tonight because of their quickness on offense also. So, you know, we had to change a lot of things.
Luckily, there probably isn't a team you're going to play this year that's quite as fast. When you're looking at when you're looking at them the rest of the year. But Coach, I appreciate it, and we will see you after. Have a good Christmas.
Yeah, you have a Merry Christmas,
and
Sam.
we will see you on Wednesday down at Logan County.
Okay, take care of this guy next to me.
Well, that's easier said than done. That's Coach Mack. We'll have more here coming up after this.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran and disability employer.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
No matter what you're up against, we have your back.
We are United Way.
We are neighbors helping neighbors.
In communities around the world, when disaster strikes, we get you back on your feet.
We help children build brighter futures.
We've been here for over 135 years.
But now, our work is more important than ever.
Join us.
Join your neighbors.
Join United Way.
Some days are just better than others.
I think you should go talk to someone.
It's not that easy.
Have you been thinking about suicide? You can talk to me, Dad.
It's been a tough couple of months.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Lady Cougars fall tonight by a final score of 69-36. Sam Gormley and Stephen Smith back here with you. Let's see if we can't find a quick score or two from around the region. Not a lot to bring you right now. Final score, or at the end of the third quarter in boys, Ohio County leads Christian County 45-27. Looks like this is a final score. Davis County defeats McLean County 53-27. You want a college basketball, women's basketball score for you, Stephen? How about Western Kentucky defeats Abilene Christian 72-68?
Good deal. Go Tops.
Bring you that. Go Tops. The football team won and did that. Do you have another one?
Edmonson County over Ohio County.
49-31 was the final tally of that game. That game happened at the world famous, everyone's absolute favorite place to play in the entire world, Because why wouldn't you want to go to the good old Owensboro Sports Center? I mean, like, why? It's the greatest place on earth. They say it's Disney World, but it's actually the Owensboro Sports Center.
Is Sacred Heart still topping
Yes.
in the state? They got beat today in Phoenix, Arizona, by a team out there. But
Xavier College Prep, I couldn't tell you. Are you our expert on Xavier College Prep basketball?
Well, it's in Phoenix.
Does that
just because it says it's in Phoenix?
Okay, I didn't know if that told you anything when it comes to Arizona women's basketball, because I'm assuming it's hot.
Not very well versed in Arizona's high school girls basketball.
We'll let you get 10 days.
We'll work on that.
We'll work on that, and we'll get some more. Maybe this is our Arizona expert when it comes to girls basketball up there, Cameron. We also do want to make sure that we give a shout-out to his mom, who's recovering from a minor procedure, and I know I saw her comment earlier, so I want to make sure that we can give a shout-out. And Connie, we're making sure that your son's actually working very hard today.
He is.
He is. Something
Warren
like
East
that.
over Trinity Whitesville, 87-41.
So Grayson County will see both of those teams coming up in January. We'll take a break, wrap this one up after this. Grayson County falls 69-36. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Are you ready to help your family get prepared for the unexpected? Here we go! Ladybug and Cat Noir know how important it is to be ready, because you never know when hawk moth is going to strike or a disaster will hit. And you don't need miraculous powers. Just put those planning skills you already have to good use. Make a plan that will help you and your family be ready when emergencies happen. Ready Kids can help. Get started at ready.gov/kids.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Design.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people.
When I found out my son was addicted to opiates, I didn't know where to turn. Now I know there's help, and you can call, whether you're a family member, a sibling, or the person with the addiction. And the number is 1-833-8-KY-HELP. Call for the resources. They're going to help you with compassion and care and the knowledge of what's available to get you the help you need.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where 69-36 was our final tally. Scoring from this game for Owensboro, Shaylin Sprinkles, 18, 15 each for Lyrica Hughes and Helena John. 9 points for Abby Sapp, 5 points for Unique Carter Swanigan, 3 for Olivia Wilkins, and 2 for Alicia Phillips. For Grayson County, it was 11 for Sydney Perkins, 8 for Bree Jones, 5 for Sutton Van Meter, 4 for Kennedy Green, 3 each for Addison Spain-Howard, and Isabel Blanton, and 2 for Ella Narvaez. Stephen, I think this is one of these games here. For one, I think really the most important question to take is Grayson County has 9 days off with a holiday. For you as a former player, good thing or bad thing?
Well, one of the things I was thinking about, I don't know that we have anybody that's really beat up right now. Having an extended break is always good to get healthy. I know there is a lot of sickness going around and stuff, and probably a couple girls maybe have the sniffles or something. Gives you a few days to be able to work on some stuff in practice. Then probably we'll have a long weekend, I assume, off for the holiday. And then right back at it next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, we will be with them. But first off, we do want to invite you to join us on Wednesday evening. As far as like 2 days from now, the Cougar boys will travel to St. Mary in Paducah to take on Carlisle County as well. So we get 2 games against Carlisle County in the next week. When I don't think Grayson County's played Carlisle County since like 2014, so it's kind of wild that we get two in the same week. But our coverage will begin about 7 o'clock there from Paducah. We're on K105 and also live at K105 Digital Productions. Should be a great matchup there against the, to push you on the spot, do you know the Carlisle County mascot?
The Eagles.
Comets.
Comets.
Which I like. It's one you don't hear very often.
That's true.
So we invite you to join in for that. That'll wrap up our coverage for tonight. So I want to thank our K105 Digital Productions crew for their hard work. Your camera operator was Eli Hufflepuff Smith, and your director was Trey Cook. So for Stephen Smith, on a night where Grayson County loses 69-36 to Owensboro, this is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.